Welcome to Python Programming Language video tutorials by TalentShine India Private Limited. I am your host Babu sir, technical, quant, logical reasoning trainer. In this tutorial, I would like to discuss a built-in data structure that is set. Under the set data structure, I would like to cover two important concepts. One is introduction to set data structure, and the second one is creating a set objects. So without wasting much time, let us begin with the first concept, that is introduction to set data structure. Now let me write it over here. Set data structure. Now, how do you represent the set? Let me write it over here, the important points from the set data structure. Now, how we can represent the set? To represent the set, so we can use curly brackets. So these curly brackets can be used for dictionaries as well. In sets also, we are going to use the same curly brackets. Now, set holds what kind of data types? Now, let me write it here. It holds a group of objects, a group of objects of different types, So in simple word, you may call it as it holds heterogeneous data types. Hope you could understand what I have conveyed here. And here the objects means what? We can call it as elements. Objects means what? Elements. Or you may call it as values. Or you may call it as items. So here the objects, which means elements or values or items, must be immutable types. Immutable. The objects must be immutable. For an example, can we take one of the object in set as list? Can we take list as one of the element in the set? No. As list is what mutable, we cannot take list as one of the element in the set. Now, let me give you the clarity. So I'm going to open my IDE and let us write one example to make you to understand this point in a better way. So let me open my IDE and let us create a set. I'm going to take the set name as A. So we are going to represent set with the curly brackets. So here I'm going to take certain elements. Now let us take some integer values, some float values, and strings. And I'm going to take one tuple and let me print A. So now a set has been created. Now you could see a set has been created. Now my question is, can we take one of the element over here as a list? Now let me take one more cell and paste it over here. Now let us add one element over here. So I'm going to add the element as list. Now, is this element is acceptable in the set? No, you could see. So it provides what? Type error. So list is unhashable. So do remember, it is unhashable. If it is a immutable object, then it will be having a hash value. Hope you could understand. So these are having hash values, but list is unhashable. Try to observe what I have conveyed here. Now let's go back. Now whatever the elements which are there in the set, they are immutable. Since they are immutable, they are definitely hashable items. Hashable items, right? So every object is a hashable here. Every object is a hashable over here. So hope the idea is clear. But do remember, set is unhashable. Set is unhashable. So what is meant by hashability? An object is said to be a hashable if it has hash value during the lifespan. But set is unhashable. But the object which are there inside the set, they are hashable. Now let me show you whether set is hashable or not. Now here I'm going to use hash function, and let us pass here object as a set and execute it. You will be getting type error. So unhashable type set. Set is unhashable. Do remember. Why set is unhashable? Because the set is what? Mutable. Set is what? Mutable. Which means we can add the elements or we can remove the elements as well. So do remember. So that is the reason. So set is unhashable because of mutability. But every object which is there in the set, which is what? Immutable. So means objects are hashable. And the next important point under the set data structure, that is, set is unordered collection of elements. Unordered collection of elements. One has to be familiar with ordered collection and unordered collection. Now, let me give you an example in my IDE so that you could understand in a better way. Now, if you observe over here, let me erase this statement and execute it once again. If you observe here, I have taken first element as 2, second element as 3, third element 4, fourth element 5.4. But here, fourth element, we got it as 5.78. So because of set is unordered, so it does not follows the order. Whereas tuple is ordered collection. Let me give one example so that you could understand. Let me take B is equal to, if I have taken 3, 4, 5, and let us take the same elements, a few elements as same over here. And let me print B. Now you could see first element, second element, third element remains the same. So it follows the order. So tuple is ordered collection of elements, whereas set is unordered collection of elements. If you execute the same code for this variable A, you may get a different output in your IDE. So try to check in your IDE as well. So you may see the different output, or else you may see the same output. So because of what? Set is unordered collection of elements. Now, next important point over here, since sets are unordered collection of elements or set is unordered, so here index concept is not there. Index concept is not there. So why index concept is not there? You could see here. So here at 0th index, if I have taken 2, at index number 1, 3, index number 2, 4 I have taken, right? So index number 3, we have 5.4. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. But index number 3, we got here 5.78 in the output. So because of unordered collection, so index concept is not there. Right? So if you are executing it, so you may get different outputs at different times. So hence index concept is not allowed in the set. Now, next important point is as index concept is not there, slicing is also not allowed. Let me write it here. Slicing is also not allowed, right? Because of index concept is not there. And one more important point here, duplicate elements are not allowed. Duplicate elements are not allowed. So set will be taking unique elements. Set will hold unique elements only. So do remember what we have conveyed. Now let me explain this point in my IDE. Now let us take a few more elements, or else let me remove this. Let us take one example here. So A is equal to, let us take curly brackets and let us write a few elements. Now let me print A. But when you have executed, all the duplicates will be removed. Only unique elements you will be getting. So that is what the major advantage for the set. All the duplicate elements will be removed automatically. Hope it is clear to everybody. Now, let us learn how to create an empty set. So in order to create an empty set, what are the different methods we have? Now, let me take one example here, creating an empty set. Creating an empty set. Now, can I take like A is equal to curly brackets and print A? In this case, you will be getting a dictionary, empty dictionary. So this method is not correct in order to create an empty set. If you are writing your code in such a way, you will be getting empty dictionary, not set. So in order to create an empty set, we have set constructor. So this method you have to use. What method you have to use? Set constructor. Now let me use set constructor in order to create an empty set. Let me open my IDE, remove this, and take a set constructor here. Let me take here variable name as A, and I'm going to take set constructor. Now let me print A, and let us see the type of data which is there in A. For that, let me print type of A. Now you could see the output. So clearly, A is an object of which class? Set class. Now you could see empty set we are getting as output like this. Do remember. Whereas for dictionary, we are getting curly brackets. So that is what the difference between set and dictionary. Hope the idea is clear to everybody. Now, what is the major advantage of this set constructor? So for that, let me pass one element at this set constructor. You have to pass one argument here. So I'm going to pass one tuple. Let me take one tuple here, right? Now, let me print A. Now, what is the role of this set? It converts this tuple in terms of set. Now, let us see. So we are getting a set. Now, let me print type of A. So it is what? A is an object of set class. If you keenly observe, the duplicate elements also removed. So here 4 is duplicated, so which was removed. So hope the idea is clear. Now, as I told you, when you are creating set, so inside the set, we are having plenty of objects. So, but every object must be what? Immutable, right? But in the set constructor, you may take list as well. Now, let me copy this and let us paste it over here. So here I'm going to change this tuple as a list. Now at this set constructor, I have taken what here? List. Now also it is going to be converted in terms of a set. Now you could see we will be getting similar output. Now let me add one more element and execute it. We are getting the output, right? So list also will be converted in terms of a set. Hope the idea of set constructor is clear to everybody. Even you could use eval function in order to create a set. Now let me open my IDE and let us use eval in order to create a set. Now let us use eval function here. Now let us take a is equal to eval. So at eval function, we have to pass a string as input, right? So inside this string, I'm going to pass set. So let me take certain elements over here. So I've taken few elements inside this string. Now let us print a. Now you will be getting one set. So hope you could understand what I got. Now let me print type of a. So what kind of data which has been stored in variable a? Now you could see. So it is what? An object of which class? Set class. But using this eval function is risky. Instead of using this eval function, you may use literal underscore eval. So which is there in AST module. So let us use that one. So for that, let us import AST module. So under this AST module, we have a function called literal underscore eval. So since this function is there at AST module, so if you want to use it, you have to write your code as module name dot ast dot literal underscore eval, right? Now, if you are going to execute it, so you will be getting similar output. So I hope everybody clearly understood how to create a set. So in this tutorial, I have discussed introduction to set data structure and how to create a set objects. If you clearly understood, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.